The Twilight Zone.
What is up, Gnomies? I'm Alex.
And I'm Tyler.
Welcome to the Twilight Gnome podcast. For this episode, we are going over our top 10 list for the most heartwarming episodes of the Twilight Zone.
As usual, Alex wrote up his favorite, I wrote up my favorite. We combined the two for our penultimate list of the most heartwarming episodes of the Twilight Zone.
Spoiler alert, of course, and enjoy the video.
Starting us off, number 10 is Cavender is Coming. This episode follows a kind but inept guardian angel named Cavender, who is given one last chance to prove himself by helping an equally unlucky woman named Agnes Grepp. Aggie, a sweet-hearted but accident-prone woman, is fired from her job for constantly causing chaos despite her best intentions. To turn her life around, Cavender uses his celestial powers to grant her wealth, luxury, and social status. However, Aggie soon realizes that the glamorous life isn't what truly makes her happy. She misses her old friends, her modest apartment, and the sense of belonging that came with her simple life.
Mr. Cavender, you don't understand me. I was happy. I want it the way it was.
The way it was? Unstable, unresolved, and unemployed.
Disconnected, discombobulated, and behind in my rent.
At its heart, this episode is a lighthearted and heartwarming tale about the value of genuine happiness and human connection over material wealth. Aggie's journey reminds both Cavender and the audience that the joy comes from love, friendship, and authenticity, not riches or prestige. In helping Aggie find what truly matters, Cavender also finds redemption himself, earning his angelic wings. The episode blends humor and warmth, showing that sometimes the smallest, most imperfect lives are filled with the greatest grace.
Number 9, Nothing in the Dark. Gladys Cooper gives a beautifully fragile performance as Wanda Dunn, an elderly woman who has isolated herself for years out of terror that death is hunting her. When a young police officer, played by a very early career Robert Redford, is shot outside her door, she lets compassion win over fear and brings him inside. As she comforts him, she opens herself to the world again, only to learn he is death, but gentle and kind, nothing like the horror she'd imagined.
What you're afraid of is the unknown. Don't be afraid.
But I am afraid.
The running's over. It's time to rest.
The episode is heartwarming in the way it reframes fear into acceptance, offering Wanda a peaceful passage to the other side. Her final walk with Redford's soft-spoken death remains one of the series' most emotional, resonant moments.
Number 8, Mute. This episode tells the story of a young girl named Ilsa Nielsen, who has been raised by her telepathic parents to communicate entirely through thought, never learning to speak aloud. When her parents tragically die in a fire, Ilsa is taken in by a kind couple, Harry and Cora Wheeler, who themselves had recently lost their young daughter. The Wheelers are bewildered by her silence at first, unaware of her telepathic abilities, but they treat her with patience and tenderness, gradually helping her adapt to the world of spoken language and human connection. As Ilsa learns to speak and interact, her telepathic link to her parents' community begins to fade, symbolizing both loss and new beginnings.
Think. Ilse, where's your mind? Your mind. Concentrate.
My name is Ilsa. My name is Ilsa. My name is Ilsa. My name is Ilsa. Don't cry, baby. Don't cry.
At its core, this episode is a touching story about love, compassion, and the human need for belonging. The Wheelers' gentle care allows Ilsa to heal and grow, bridging the gap between two worlds, one of distant minds and one of open hearts. Though the ending carries a note of bittersweet change, it ultimately celebrates the warmth of human connection and the idea that family is not defined by blood or origin, but in kindness and understanding.
Number 7, I Sing the Body Electric. Josephine Hutchinson plays the Electric Grandmother, an android built to help a widower raise his 3 children after the loss of their mother. With uncanny empathy, warmth, and magical touches, she becomes the emotional anchor the family desperately needs. While 2 of the children embrace her immediately, Anne, played by Veronica Cartwright, struggles with the fear of loving someone who might leave her again.
Grandma! Grandma, you're alive!
Alive.
Car.
Nothing can hurt me.
Then you're not like Mother?
In this way, no.
Can't run away?
I can't. I won't.
You'll never die?
Never.
Oh, Grandma.
Through profound patience and a moment of real danger that reveals her devotion, the grandmother earns Anne's trust. It's heartwarming because it celebrates chosen family, emotional healing, and the idea that real love, no matter its source, can still shape growing hearts.
Number 6, The Hunt. This episode follows Hyder Simpson, a kind-hearted countryman, and his loyal dog Rip, as they head out for a night of raccoon hunting. After chasing a raccoon into the woods, they return home the next morning only to find that no one can see or hear them. Unaware that they've both died during the hunt, Hyder and Rip wander the countryside until they come upon a gatekeeper who invites Hyder in to enter into what seems like heaven. However, when Rip isn't allowed through, Hyder refuses to go without him. Continuing down the road, they eventually meet another man who reveals the truth.
Well, if you and Rip's all set, we might as well mosey along.
Mosey along where?
Heaven, Mr. Simpson.
Well, now, like I told that other fella back up the road there, I ain't gonna set foot in heaven without Rip.
You didn't get messed up with nobody in there, did you?
Well, that fella at the gate wouldn't let Rip in, so I didn't go. Son, that'd be a hell of a place without Rip.
Mr. Simpson, you ain't far wrong. That is hell. Heaven's up yonder a piece.
Well, I'll be jiggered.
At its heart, The Hunt is a gentle, heartwarming story about love, loyalty, and the enduring bond between a man and his best friend. The episode's simple country charm and sincere tone make Hyder's devotion to Rip deeply touching. In the end, it's the purity of that bond, unselfish, unwavering, and honest, that leads Hyder to true peace.
Number 5, 90 Years Without Slumbering. Veteran character actor Ed Wynn stars as Sam Frostman, a man convinced he will die if his grandfather clock ever stops. His obsession dominates his days, fraying relationships and overshadowing the love his family is trying to offer him. As Sam is pushed to confront the life he's wasted by clinging to superstition, he begins to rediscover connection and the possibility of joy.
Your face is familiar. I'm your spirit. Your time has come, Sam. After all, you are 76. Don't give me that spirit of 76 stuff. And who says it's my time to go? Have you forgotten what your father told you? And your grandfather? About what? Didn't they always tell you that when the clock winds down, you'll die? Yes, and you know something? I used to believe that stuff.
The story becomes heartwarming as Sam realizes that life is meant to be lived, not measured in ticking seconds, and that it's never too late to reclaim purpose, love, and peace.
Number 4, Changing of the Guard. This episode tells the touching story of Professor Ellis Fowler, an elderly English teacher at a boys' prep school who learns he is being forced into retirement after decades of teaching. Feeling that his life's work has been meaningless and that he's failed to make any lasting impact, he slips into deep despair and contemplates ending his life.
Be ashamed. Die until you have won some victory for humanity. I have won no victory. Now I am ashamed to die. Class bells. Oh, that's odd. Why would they ring now?
On Christmas Eve, however, Fowler experiences a miraculous visitation in the empty classroom. The ghosts of his former students appear before him. Each one shares how his words and lessons inspired them to live bravely, compassionately, and with purpose. It celebrates the quiet heroism of teachers and the unseen ways they shape the future through kindness and wisdom. The episode's message, that one's life can touch countless others, is both tender and profound, reminding viewers that true success lies not in fame or recognition, but in the love, hope, and courage we inspire in others.
Number 3, One for the Angels. Once again, Ed Wynn makes an appearance, but this time as Lou Bookman, a lovable sidewalk pitchman whose charm is matched only by his modesty. When Death, played by Murray Hamilton, arrives to inform him that his time is up, Lou bargains for a chance to deliver one big pitch, one for the Angels. His plan to dodge the deal backfires when Death targets a neighborhood child instead. What follows is a heartfelt showcase of Wynn's signature warmth, as he once again leads a Twilight Zone episode with gentle humanity, delivering the greatest pitch of his life to save the girl.
1 minute past 12, Mr. Bookman. And you made me miss my appointment.
Thank God.
A most persuasive pitch, Mr. Bookman. An excellent pitch.
Yes, it's quite a pitch. Very effective. It's the best I've ever done. It's a kind of a pitch I always wanted to make. A big one. A pitch so big that the sky would open up.
Pitch for the angels.
That's right, a pitch for the angels.
The episode is heartwarming because it turns an ordinary man into an unlikely hero, showing that selflessness and courage often comes from the humblest places.
Number 2, The Trade-Ins. This episode tells the poignant story of John and Mary Holt, an elderly couple deeply in love who are offered a chance to trade their aging bodies for young, healthy ones. The procedure is expensive, however, and they can only afford one transformation. John insists that Mary take it, but she refuses to be young without him, unwilling to live life apart from her lifelong companion. Ultimately, John undergoes the procedure himself, but when he sees the pain it causes Mary to be separated from her hands frail holding his youthful ones, he decides to reverse the process and return to his old body.
John!
Marie. Marie, darling, if I have to have occasional pain, amen. So be it. I wouldn't want it any other way, darling.
But
Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. The last of life, for which the first was made.
At its heart, The Trade-Ins is a tender meditation on love, sacrifice, and the beauty of growing old together. John and Mary's devotion to one another, so strong that even the chance to reclaim youth cannot divide them, turns the story into one of the most heartwarming expressions of love in the Twilight Zone.
Number 1, Night of the Meek. Art Carney stars as Henry Corwin, a department store Santa whose life has hit rock bottom. Unemployed, struggling with alcoholism, and overwhelmed by the world's suffering, he's fired on Christmas Eve, only to discover a mysterious bag that produces the perfect gift for anyone who reaches inside. As Corwin wanders through the city handing out presents, he becomes a small but powerful force for joy in the cold world.
I think I've had the nicest Christmas since the beginning of time.
Nothing for you, nothing for yourself, not a thing.
You know, I can't think of anything I want. I guess what I really wanted is to be the biggest gift giver of all times. And in a way, I think I had that tonight. Although if I had my choice of any gift, I think I'd wish I could do this every year.
The episode is heartwarming not just for its holiday magic, but because Corwin, dismissed as a failure, finally gets to be the miracle he always hoped someone would bring to others. By the end, Carney's gentle performance turns the story into a quiet reminder that compassion can transform both the giver and the receiver.
Well, that's our top 10 list of the most heartwarming episodes, Nomies. Let us know what yours are in the comments below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and continue to listen to the Twilight Zone podcast.